Oh. Welcome to Contra for the NES Blocky music.
Contra.
Um, Contra
Amazing.
is old. Contra is 1988. Um,
Oh.
Contra is so you know how like Jenny, we played Metal Slug, right?
Oh, brother. I don't remember.
Well, I know Alyssa knows what Metal Slug is. She might know what Contra is. I don't know. Alyssa, speak.
I do know what Contra is. We've played Metal Slug.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Contra came out before Metal Slug, and it was the I think it was the game that popularized the style of game where
Mhm.
you just run from left to right, and then you're just shooting stuff, like stuff's coming at you from everywhere, and you're just on a mission to win.
That the one where like it pretends to be like a arcade game? Or am I
Pretends to
Well,
be an arcade game.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
we
I
play
think it would work as an arcade game.
Oh, it
I
was
don't
an
know if it
arcade
ever
game.
was. Yeah.
Well, no, wait. What?
Because of just.
Jan, what are you talking about? We played it.
I don't remember. I'm thinking of the one where it's like, oh, put your controller down to reset it. Wait, no, that's the Wii. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
It's like a shooting game, no?
I mean, it does. You do shoot things.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
it's a Nintendo game, Janet. So it's left to right, blocky. You're running around.
can't.
Are
You
you
know what?
thinking of like House of the Dead?
Oh,
Oh, you are thinking of something. Wow.
Uh,
That's Casa de los Muertos, Janet. It's not Contra.
Sorry, my bad. Anyways, Contra.
Contra.
Yeah.
It is for the NES. It was, I think, one of the first games in the arcades where two people could play together. You didn't have to wait turns. You could play as a team. And yeah, the main dude kind of looks like Rambo because that was the thing that was going on at the time. So without further ado, Contra. All right, we'll start with Alyssa, Jungle Battle.
really like this towards the end of the loop. Um, like how the instruments play towards the end. It has a good beat. It has high intensity feel. Like you ain't trying to die in this jungle. I really like it. I think I could give it a 5. I think I will put it at a 5.
Okay. Janet, what do you think?
I thought that was very intense, like very like I gotta keep going. If I stop, I'ma die. Um, but as always, with my first one, we're gonna give it
You are
a
gonna
3.
die.
It's a 3 for me.
What?
I don't know what the rest sound like. What if the next one is better?
They can both.
Also,
be-
I don't hand out 5 to just any song. Okay, that needs to be known.
All right.
I need to fall in love with the song, and then I need to listen to it. I need to download it from YouTube onto my Apple Music for me to be like, this is a number 5 song. Until then, you are either a 3 or a 4.
You just told
And
the
for this
internet,
one,
you pirate.
3. 3.
Well, it's 3 and 5. It's a 4 because you guys can't decide. Jungle Battle or Jungle Stage or Jungle Theme. It is their like It's their Green Hill Zone music. It's the for the series. It's the one song that's like this song represents the entire franchise. It's their like big song. So I personally think it's a 5. I think everything you said, Janet, about it feeling like it's intense and it doesn't stop. Like that's how Contra games are. Like you literally you start the game and as soon as you start running, like the bridge behind you is falling apart and there's just like soldiers coming out of the woods shooting at you, coming out of the water shooting at you. Like you never stop running and jumping. It is a very high intensity game. So the fact that you were like, oh, it feels very like oh, I got to keep going. Like that's kind of that's the point.
Got it.
So cool. Then I mean, we're gonna revisit these. I'm fairly certain that's gonna go up. I mean, I'm just saying. So the next one is Maze Fortress. So this one's a little bit different in how the game is actually played because this one actually puts you up at the front, and then you move in like almost like a 3D space where you move further into the screen because you're in like a hallway. Very very strange, but it is it's the second area. So it's called Maze Fortress. Here we go. All right, Alyssa, Maze Fortress 1.
I like it. It has a little bit more of a steady pace compared to Jungle. Not as like chaotic. It's still there, like the energy, like in the tempo as far as like you got to keep moving, but it doesn't have a chaotic wildness to it. 4 for me. Yeah.
Okay, that means Janet, what are you thinking of Maze Fortress?
Reading this one. I agree with the 4. This one was good. This one I found fun. I found it.
First one wasn't good. Can't stop, Janet. You die if you stop.
I don't know what else to say. It's a 4. Because I danced in my chair while listening to it.
Is it?
That is my reasoning.
Is it above or below Jungle Battle?
I feel like I'm going to get attacked if I say anything below. I mean, anything above. So I'm gonna keep it below Jungle Battle.
Okay. Dang, you're reading the room.
Ah, amazing.
All right. The next one is called Waterfall of Bloodshed. It is a vertical stage, so you start at the bottom and you go up a waterfall. It's interesting how like a lot of the things they did in this game like laid the foundation for the genre. So later on, other games that did similar things, they had like, oh, you have like a waterfall stage, kind of like I think you guys both have seen this when we play beat 'em ups. There's always an elevator stage.
Beat 'em up.
I think the waterfall or the climbing up a mountain, I think, is one of those tropes too. For these run and gun games, there's always one of those stages. I think this is one of the first. So here we go. Waterfall of Bloodshed. Okay, who went first last time?
On first.
You're
The-
first.
For the first two songs.
Oh, let's have Jenna go first.
This one was I felt like I was being shot. Very intense at the very beginning. This one was like I'm gonna give it a 4. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. A 4. Alyssa, what do you think of the waterfall of bloodshed?
Like the waterfall of bloodshed. It definitely like picks up the pace again compared to Maze Fortress. I mean, yeah, Janet kind of said it. I'm getting shot at. Yeah. The bridges, like for before, like right before the loop restarts towards the end of the songs for like this one in Jungle are really nice. I'd give it a 4. I'd put it above Maze Fortress. And that's where I'd sit it.
Okay, a 4.
Ooh.
Janet, where do you think it should go?
I like the intensity of it, so yeah, above Maze Fortress.
Okay, after Waterfall of Bloodshed, we have Fortress of Ice. And yeah, here we go. All right, Janet, you get to go again. Fortress of Ice.
It was. I wish I had more words in my vocabulary. It's it's worth a 3, but I don't know how to explain that because it's kind of like Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really bad at
Articulating.
when it's not good. It's just not good. Like I can't. You know.
Okay, no, I mean, that's fine. I think maybe Alyssa, maybe you can verbalize or, put into words this feeling that Janet is having.
Yeah. Okay, the first part of that song, no bueno. It's just like, what is it? Like 2 beats or something? Like I was like, oh, this is awful compared to everything else. Like it has no complexity to it.
And then,
And then the second, yeah, and then the actual beat kicks in. I'm like, why is the rest of the song not like this? Because honestly, when I was first hearing it, I was like, I'm gonna give this a 1. It's terrible. And then, like, the second part of the song is great. And it's like, why does it have such a long intro? It's not great. I'd probably give it a 2. Just because my initial reaction was to give it a 1, and if more of the song was like the later half, it would be higher for me, but like the first part of it just kind of ruins it, so 2 for me.
Okay. Jenna, you said 3, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna give it I'm gonna split it at 3. I think you're right. The intro is kind of like, is this it? But then when it kicks in and like the actual song begins, I was like, oh, this is dope. It's just really short.
It's good. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I think it definitely like not as kind of complex and not fun, but fun to listen to as the other ones. But I mean, that they saved it at the end there. They had us in the first half. So the next one after Fortress of Ice is Fortress of Flame. All right, Alyssa, Fortress of Flame.
Nice beat. I think overall it's not as complex as some of the other songs, but it's good. I like at the end where does the dee-lee-lee-lee-loo. It kind of sounds like you're getting fire cinders rained on you. Um, uh, I'd personally give this a 5. I think it is good composition. Uh, Even if it might not be as anxious or a high beat or chaotic as some of the other songs. Like it's nice.
Okay.
She gave it a 5.
She gave
I
it a
didn't
5.
give it a 5. All right. Okay.
It's a good listen, Janet.
No, I haven't started nothing.
You sound your voice.
I couldn't hear you. You started like, I just couldn't hear you. But okay,
You were
5.
kind of low
That's
on that. You were kind of low on that one, Alyssa.
That's right. Anyway, I was gonna agree with it being good, and I was gonna say that it sounds like you have to be like careful. Like I don't know, like I don't know what if there's a word for it, but it's just like be careful.
Be cautious.
Yes, but in sound.
Yes.
Right.
Like watch your
given that
step,
it's-
kind of thing.
Yeah, yes. See, you guys understand.
Be observant.
Watch out, type of thing.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yes. And
That's the
because
English.
of
That's the
that,
English dub.
I don't know where it goes. But I'm gonna give it a 4. Give it a 4. I just don't know where. Maybe at the bottom. Maybe at the bottom of the force.
Is Fortress at least if we're putting it in there right now.
Huh?
I said put it above Mace Fortress. Like if we're putting it in the 4s.
In the
At
middle
least.
of the 4s?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I do remember Maze Fortress, but we're gonna have to listen. This is gonna be like a hard, like thing to get past because that's a lot of 4 action right there.
I have given 5s to 2 of them.
I know, and they might evolve. They might graduate,
Or they might
Janet?
not,
or we might see some 2s. Who knows? No, we're not. No, this soundtrack has been
Or we
killing it.
might kick Janet out of the group.
Wow. Okay. Well, what's next?
And the last one, stage 8, Horrible Heartbeat. Here we go. All right. Who gets this one? Who goes first? Who went? Sorry, I have Lola right here, and she's just being extra.
Alyssa went.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Alyssa went
last
first.
time.
So Janet, you go
Yes.
first.
Uh, I like the ending to that. The piano. Sure, we'll call that the instrument. It was a pretty okay. Like I compared to the other ones that are very like fast paced and like in your face or in your ear, as one would say. I'm gonna give it a 3. It was pretty meh. I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah.
Okay. Alyssa, what are you thinking?
Okay. Like yeah, it's meh. I think it does a good job of what it's doing. It has the fast pace. I like the like heartbeat sound at the beginning. It's kind of all over the place, like the composition, and maybe it's supposed to be like that. Final boss, you're probably getting Hail Married with missiles or torpedoes or whatnot. Um, Again, I do like the ending a little better. I think a 3 would work for it. I would put it above Fortress of Ice because that intro was way too long.
Jenna, do you agree on the above Fortress of Ice?
Oh, I would have to hear it again. I can't remember
I
the
remember
track.
the lack of enthusiasm behind Fortress of Ice.
Oh,
This
I
one, at
loved it.
least, there was like, oh, I like parts of it. The other one, I think it was very like it plays in the background when you do the thing. So let's start with the fours because we have some sorting to do. And we'll start with Jungle Battle 1. Yeah.
I like Bloodshed more. What? Oh, that has a beat.
All right. You heard all four. Discuss amongst yourselves what goes where.
Oh
They're
no.
all really good. I will.
Mm-hmm. What are your opinions, young one?
I was gonna do. I heard Fortress of Flame and I was like, oh, I like it probably more than Maze Fortress. But then I heard Maze Fortress and I'm like, well, I kind of like that one too. So I'm confused as to which one of those two I want above each other or if it's okay to leave it that way. Waterfall of Bloodshed is. I want to. I, I, mm, I kind of want to leave it there. I don't want to even touch jungle battle because I'm gonna get bullied. So we're just gonna leave that one as is.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so if you want to flip around the last two, I'm cool. If you don't want to flip them around, totally fine. They're at the same spot for me, even though one would be above the other. But like on my scale, they're at the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Alyssa, what do you have to say to that?
Okay. Alyssa's opinion is Jungle, Waterfall, and Fortress of Flame should all be 5 stars. You
Wow.
can put it's kind of hard. Would maybe put Waterfall above Jungle. I don't know. Well, yeah, maybe Waterfall above Jungle. I kind of like Jungle. You're just right into it. The intro for Waterfall, it kind of builds up. to the intensity a little bit. Um, yeah, yeah. So the top 3 5 stars, and then switch Waterfall with Jungle.
Okay. Janet, all that being said, do you think those should be 5 stars?
Well, I agree that Waterfall can go up, and we'll give that the 5 star, and then the rest. I mean, I just can you play Jungle Battle? Like I don't understand the hype, so let's listen to it one more time.
Understand video game music.
I don't play video games, Alyssa. Yeah, I prefer Fortress of Flame to this.
Put Fortress of Flame above. That's fine too. Because I like that one too.
That one's a good one. But this one, you want this one still a 5, but just
yeah, yep. 5. You 5 those two, and you put Fortress of Flame above. I'm cool.
You sneaky Contra. Look at you. You got your 3 5s. Oh, and then what about Maze Fortress? That's still a 5?
No, that's a 4.
Okay, great. Great.
All right. And then the last two, these are just 3s, and I guess we'll just listen to them real quick, since you guys kind of were pretty set on those, but let's just a quick. Okay. Final thoughts on the last two?
Good. They're good as is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's Contra 1 for the NES. Seems like overall you guys were about it. Definitely some high scores here. So then I guess I'll start with Janet. What is your overall rating for this Contra?
I'm going to do 7. 7 feels good.
7 feels good. All right. And then Alyssa, what are you thinking?
Agree with 7. I think the really good songs are great. And then you got the last two, like, not that there's not good parts, but they're a little janky in areas. So 7.
7? Okay.
Above average.
Cool. Well, yeah, Contra is it's a very iconic game from its time. I think it influenced a lot in terms of its like how it plays, how it looks, how it sounds, the themes, like everything. Definitely a lot of games built on it. So, yeah, I mean, I think for it to be like this is the first one, like it knocked it out, like from that alone, like I think Janet, we listened to Mega Man 1, and like the jump from 1 to 2, the music in 2 is just like so much better. And 1 was like, this is fine. And I think a lot of games, especially after the first, they get one sequel, and the sequel is always like, oh man, this has so much more. But the fact that this is number 1 and it already came out swinging like this, I'm like, whew, they did a good job with the little bleep bloops. So that's it for Contra. We will return for more Blocky music, for more of the Blocky
I hope
music.
Lola's crying isn't catching on my mic.
Stay tuned.
I'm
for
hoping
the
it
next
doesn't.
episode.
Wait, hold up, Janet. Did you hear the cat crying through here?
No.
Okay, because she
Okay,
was
good.
crying nonstop.
She's crying nonstop at my door.
She was crying. I can hear the echo into my. Anyway, goodbye. Thanks for watching.